Hey guys, I'm Dave and welcome to the Trull Gallery. Today, we're going to finish the construction of our Florida bungalow. Nearly 18 months ago, we tore down our 100-year-old Florida bungalow and started the rebuild. The last video was 7 months ago, and if you watch the end of that one, you'll see we've clearly made progress because we have drywall and, well, the AC is running. Most of that time, we've just been waiting. And sure, we've made lots of progress in the last 7 months, but honestly, there were weeks where nothing happened. A little frustrating, and it has been testing our patience, but we'll be moving in soon, and all that's going to be behind us. So with that said, let's just jump in and see all the changes since, well, this wall was just studded. In mid-December, we had a site visit to talk about the progress, and we were met by the drywallers who managed to get nearly half of the drywall in place in less than a day. A day later, they managed to finish the drywall and get the first coat of mud on the seams. About a week after that, they'd come back and cut in the 3 arches we asked for. We had them in the old house and thought we should put them back. By the 1st of January, the texture had been applied. Not much, since we're not fans of popcorn, just enough so things aren't too slick looking. 2 weeks later, we have paint. Well, the first coat, but it's really starting to look like a house. It couldn't have been more than a day later before the electrician came back and made more progress on their work. Outlets, switches, ceiling lights, and all that good stuff. The next week, the exterior got its first upgrade. Unfortunately, there was a mix-up, and they left a textured stucco kind of finish. It's nice, but it's not what we paid for. They came back and applied a second coat, leaving us with the sand finish we had planned for. By the end of January, our HVAC system was installed, both inside and out. That same day, the tile crew started their work. The laundry, guest and primary baths all got tile floors. 2 days later, the floors were grouted and the shower walls had been waterproofed in preparation for tiling. They were back at it the next day when they tiled the shower walls. Although there was another communication problem. In the primary shower, they installed the tile with the wrong pattern. Luckily, I'd caught it before the adhesive had time to set, and after a few panicked phone calls, the tiles were taken down and reordered. While we were waiting for replacement tiles, the HVAC crew came back and finished off the vents and filters. It was less than 2 weeks later when the replacement tiles came in and the shower and the primary bath was completed. I'm pretty sure they worked the entire weekend to tile the walls, floors, and get everything grouted. Finally, it looks great, and just like we'd hoped for. Next up would be the engineered wood flooring, but they can't install that until the HVAC is working, and that needs electricity. The city won't let the power company hook up the power until the garage doors are installed. And they can't put those in because I asked for extended sweeps on the door rails and they're not here yet. It's now the end of February and our garage door rails have arrived. Those extended sweeps I asked for raised the horizontal rails from about 8 feet to nearly 10 feet. What's the point of having 11-foot ceilings if they're blocked by rails, right? A few days later, the windowsills were installed and blended into the drywall. It's mid-March and the house got its first coat of paint, but we're still waiting for our local electric company to hook us up. They did come out the next day and install the riser from the meter box to the roof, but there was no power yet. We waited until the first week of April before the big event, an electric meter. A few days later, we've got lights. The electrician also added our external lights while he was there. Since the AC had been on for about a week, it was time for the flooring crew. We went with a glued-down, engineered plank floor, and these guys made quick work of the install. I think they were done the entire house in 2 days. Once the adhesive dried, everything was covered with craft paper for a bit of protection. It wasn't long after that when the cabinets were delivered. I'd staged my 2 custom cabinets in the hope that they would be installed with the rest of the cabinets, but no dice. It took a couple of days until all the kitchen cabinets and both bath vanities were installed and ready to go. Now I could get back in there to install the vent hood cabinet. I had to leave the face of the cabinet off until the hood itself was installed. I also got my second cabinet and the side pieces installed in our built-in sideboard thingy. By the end of April, our gas meter arrived, but it's not connected to anything yet. On the later side, our trim and interior doors showed up the next day and were staged in the garage. It took the finished carpenter about 2 days to install, well, most of the trim. Like many things on this job, he got 75% done and then disappeared. The second week of May and our appliances arrived. Well, most of them. The fridge and washer-dryer won't arrive till after we move in. A few days later, the counters arrived and were installed in the kitchen and both baths. The island is getting a different top, and I covered that in another video. Nearly another month went by before any real progress was made. This time they came out and added furring strips for the siding on the front. Within a few days, the front facade was done. Well, mostly. At about the same time, they began to grade the lot and remove the multiple flavors of fence that we had been living with. The concrete crew came in next to frame out both the ribbon driveways and the front and back stairs. While the big stuff was happening outside, some detail work was going on inside. A grab bar was added in the primary shower, the medicine cabinet was added in the second bath, and the interior trim work was finally completed. We took a short vacation and came back in mid-July to find our front walk, sidewalk to nowhere, and stairs had been poured. The back stairs, including a landing to the shop, and the drives and aprons were poured as well. The next day, the sod crew came and covered the lot, as well as planting a few trees. I'm not sure I'd have done the house numbers there, but like most things, the builder did what they wanted without asking. We're getting down to the wire. The painters are on hand to finish the outside of the house. I just hope to get it finished before the next Florida rainstorm blows in. We also had our home inspector come through and check out, well, everything. Yes, the builders do their best, but they're looking out for their own interests. The bank sent an inspector about a week ago, but they're looking out for the bank's interest. Our home inspector is looking out for us, and a good home inspector like ours will probably find things no one else might see. In the end, he found a handful of items that everyone else missed. The big day finally arrived. The paperwork was signed and the champagne chilled. Margaret's daughter joined us for the celebration and the first toast in our new house.
You gotta light
Bet
it
it.
up.
Opa!
Homeowners! Oh, cheers! Yay!
And eventually I got to sneak in on the celebration.
Yay!
The last thing to do was get our new keys from the builder. Now, about that punch list. Rebuilding a home is not for the faint of heart, especially if you're an engineer and a woodworker who are very detail-oriented. In the grand scheme of things, from the time we moved out to the time we moved back in was about 19 months. A lot of that was frustrating, but in the end, we've got this gorgeous house that hopefully we'll be able to stay in for the rest of forever. I'll add links to the previous videos where we show the teardown and the rebuilding of the house from scratch, as well as some of the other projects like the kitchen island and some of the cabinets we've done in here. Sure, we've moved back in, but there's a lot of work left to do. Closets need to be fit out, storage areas, bookcases, and don't even get me started on moving the shop. You'll just have to subscribe to follow all the progress as we go along. If you enjoyed this video, maybe give us a thumbs up and share it with friends. As usual, I'm not real sure what's coming up next. It should be something interesting. Until then, have a great day, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye.